What's up? Good morning, baby. We are live, and we don't even have a bar number yet. Market opens here in 25 minutes. We shall see. ATR currently here pre-market 17. This is an NQ 5-minute chart. I'm about ready to rock, man. 25 minutes. Come on now. What's up, guys? Good morning. How we doing? All right. So, let's take a look at the overnight, I suppose, huh? As far as news here, 9 o'clock, we have factory orders, month over month. We got a Trump meeting at 10. This is all Central Time, by the way. I'll zoom out. Zoom out a little, take a peek. Kind of a repeat, huh? So Tuesday night, we had kind of a Tuesday night into early Wednesday morning, we had kind of a trend. Looks like we had sort of a repeat of that here last night. Any of you guys trade this? This is garbage here. But this, yeah, maybe. Real low on the ATR. What was the ATR? It's actually not too bad for overnight. So, all right. Now, context here. Heading into the open, obviously we have a bit of a soft, very soft bear channel. Width, we're looking at maybe, I don't know, 50 points wide-ish. So we'll keep an eye on that. Now, granted, any kind of context we can draw pre-market, to me, it kind of resets after the first, well, I guess after the bell. And then, of course, I'm looking at bar 1 and 2. Close of 2 is the absolute earliest I'll take something. Close of 3. Probably more likely the earliest I'd take something, but most days it's going to be after bar 3. Because it's got to be clean. If I'm taking something on the close of 2, the close of 3, it better be clean. And it's not going to be a range scalp. It's typically going to be a continuation trade because that's, we only got 2 or 3 bars. Can't really develop a range in 2 or 3 bars. So let's see what we get, man. I am excited, I gotta tell you. Yeah, so as far as moving forward, get used to the whole stream window moving up. Okay? This has been coming for a while, and we're finally making that transition, so the stream window will be moving up, so get used to showing up, baby, around this time. So we can get into the early action. Now, the ATR, man, hopefully will be less of an issue for us here on stream, at least. Now, as far as pre-market trades, I'm not against taking something. Of course, if I get something here, I'll take it. Now, I prefer not to. I wouldn't actually hold through the open. So if I ended up, I'm sure I will at some point here in the future take something pre-market if it gives it to me. I'd be closing it shortly before the opening bell if it doesn't similar to like how I'll close things heading into the 3:50 algo PM Eastern time, right? I'd treat it the exact same. Because to me, again, if the context resets at the market open, then that's tier 1. Setup is tier 2. Is that the case with any market open times? What do you mean? You talking on different instruments? Or are you talking like Asia open, London open? No, yeah, for me, I'm talking, mostly New York is what I'm referring to. It's going to have the most volatility. Because, there might be times where you put a trade on in the evening. You go out to dinner, you come home, you check. Oh, look, nothing's moved, but it's still valid. You go to bed. It's unavoidable. The one that I would avoid is New York for sure. I wouldn't put a trade on, 20 minutes out from the New York Open and then hold it through the bell. Everything resets. But, I will tell you a lesson that I think is important to learn as early as possible. When you're sitting for New York, you sit and you trade. If you put a trade on during, Tokyo or London or whatever your time zone is, I get it. It's really tempting to sit and stare at it for hours, but I'm telling you guys, don't get in that habit of like, if you're putting a trade on that's not a scalp, it's more like an intra session at that time, swing, it's okay. If you have a backup power supply, if you have it, one on your modem also ideally, your router, whatever, ideally you're hardwired, but beside the point. It's okay, dude. Go to bed. Don't sit here till 4 a.m. staring at charts going up or down. You will quickly, I think, destroy your mental and physical health. It's not worth it. During New York, man, we're here to work. But if you put something on at night, if it doesn't, if it's not a scalp, if it's more like an intra-session swing, it's all right. And you could say, well, what about bar-by-bar management? Yeah, I get it. But, like, you're going to sit here for 6 hours through the middle of the night? Money's important, man, but it's not more important than, I guess sleeping a reasonable amount so you don't die when you're, 42. Come on now. You gotta stay healthy to trade till you're 90, which is part of the reason why we're even traders to begin with, right? I mean, there's a lot of things you can devote yourself to. The reason trading is such an attractive one is because we can do it forever. Athletics are great. They're important. But we're talking 40, 45, at least at like an extreme level, which you'd want to do it at, which is why we're traders. You want to take this to the extreme, most likely, right? You can't take physicality, really, most people, to the full-blown extreme through your 50s. Like, you can trade, arguably, if you start all this when you're like 18, 20, you can trade for maybe 3 times as long and just get better. That's not the case for most things in life, which is why I think trading is such a great endeavor. It's also a challenge. It's a spiritual thing in a way. Because it's hard, man. It's probably one of the hardest things you're ever going to do. All right, 15 minutes out here from the best time of the day. Question here, do you note any levels or key points of interest before market open? So, I'll zoom out. I'm just going to be brutally honest. I'll zoom out. I'll look at this look. I'll kind of think about it. Okay, below 26.1. Okay, nearing 26.3. I don't overcomplicate that. I really don't. A lot of people, you'll pop on, and they'll have like 20 lines drawn. Look, RAM there's nuance involved, there's discretionary decision-making involved sometimes, but it's pretty damn simple. It has to be. Otherwise, your decisions are not going to be very consistent. Now, is it worth knowing, oh, hey, we have a low here? Well, sure, but I already do that. Every time I say, hey, let's try to stop hunt this, it's kind of what I'm talking about, right? So overnight, it's like, what did I say? Everything resets in my mind at the opening bell. Volume is massive. We're dealing with a different subset of players. A lot of different algorithms turn on. Some of them turn off. It's like, at some point, it's like, let's just let this thing reset and get the new context. As far as yesterday's low, yesterday's high, I mean, look, if we're at a really obvious, like, let's say it's 20,000, and we've been bouncing off 20,000 for 3 months in a huge bear market crashed, well, sure, I'll pay attention. Now, if we're talking 30,000, market just went on a huge bull run, we've been struggling with 30,000 for days, yeah, I'll pay attention. But the rest of it, every time I've ever went and started overthinking these things, it didn't serve me very well. So, no, I'm not going to mark up shit except this. And we'll wait for the market to open here, I suppose, because I don't think I'm getting anything between now and the open. We're 11 minutes out. Which, by the way, I do think we should talk about that for, 30 seconds here. I think a lot of traders, they say, like, preparation is key. You got to mark up all your levels, etc. It's like, yeah, I mean, maybe for them, I don't know. For me, it's just, it starts with context, ends with, well, I guess in the middle comes setup and ends with discretion or nuance. I think that when you're early, because I kind of thought this too in the journey, and maybe it will look like this for you, man. I don't know. You're not all going to trade the way I do, whatever. Early in your journey, everybody thinks that, like, you get up, you come in, you sit down, you do 2.5 hours of prep. It's like, maybe, I don't know. I don't know. What, just to fucking lose money? Like, real good use of time, big dog. For me, I think the realization is that if you're, really excelling and getting better, you can do this, get a grasp of like where things are at. You look at the daily chart once in the morning, you pop in, you sit down, you drink some coffee, you ground yourself for 15 seconds, and you start trading, and you just do your job, and it's not that complicated. It's kind of like a morning routine, right? Like, everyone likes to have this 4-hour-long morning ritual. I cold plunge, and then I use my red light therapy bed, and then I drink X drink. It's like, dude, just chug 2 liters of water, take a shower, eat breakfast, and go to work. Like, I don't get what the big deal is. Eventually, you just got to do the thing. And when you start, really putting in your screen time and getting confident and having a track record and following a logical methodology, there's really not much to do. You come in, you sit, you get a grasp for where things are at. Okay, what the hell is the ATR? Great. What's the context? Fantastic. Let's trade. And you do your job. You leave, you eat lunch, you go to the gym. I mean, whatever. Like, this isn't that big of a deal. All right. 8 minutes! 8 minutes till the best time of the day. All right. So today I'm trading my take profits and my Apex accounts, which, by the way, you have 7 minutes here, 6 minutes now until the market opens. Apex is 90% off. Code BIG, B-I-G, baby. 90% off at Apex. You can get some evals for $19 a pop. There's not even an excuse at this point. That is stupid cheap. All right, 30 seconds out here. We'll get the open of the last bar heading into the New York Open. Question here, how much of the pre-market price action do you take into account during any given New York session? Not much. Not too much. I could sit here and say, oh yeah, you got to look at every single bar of the overnight session. You got to look at it all, and everyone would love it. They'd be taking notes. They'd say, I'm adding that to my routine. Listen, some people don't like when I oversimplify these things. Trading is complicated enough, man. Get the context after the bell, find your setups, make your discretionary and nuanced decisions, and do the best job that you can. And I think you'll find edge and consistency reasonably fast. If you're following some kind of logical methodology, it's got to be logical. And it has to start with context. But like I said, before, I'll take into account the overnight high, the overnight low, kind of keep it in mind, sort of. But if the setup's good, man, I don't care. I really don't care. I'm taking it after the bell. The volume's too high on the New York Open to take these things too much into account. All right, 2.5 minutes out here from the Open. Let's do it. $60 seconds. 60 seconds. All right. While you take a minute to yourself before the bell rings here, go ahead and hit that like button. You got nothing better to do right now, man. Do it to them. I appreciate you doing so. And then let's get started, big dog. Bar 1 incoming, 45 seconds out. Dump or rip off the Open? What do we think? Dump or rip off the Open? What's up? Here we go. Ding, 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 baby. It never gets old. All right, context is completely reset. Now we gotta let it do its thing here. See how bar 1 develops. About a 50-point range here so far off the rip. Dump that baby off, Bears. Expand that range. Get that ATR up. Now, be honest. Be honest. Don't you lie to the chat, man. How many of you just took a trade on bar one? How many of you are hitting the buy button right now, selling that up top wick? We're a little excitable, are we? Don't you lie to me. Minute 25 out here till the open of bar two. I think we got a little bit. Oh, man. See, you guys around here are a bit too responsible. We gotta get some degenerates in the chat, man. There we go. Dump that thing off! Beauty. Let's take it down to 26. All right. There's the open of bar two, just under 100 points, 90-something points on that opening bar's range. See what bar two here brings. Kind of a wiki close on the close of one. Not extraordinarily clean, but let's see what two brings. Expanding downside quickly. Are we heading down toward 26,000? Is the big question. I don't know, man. Beauty. Beautiful bears. We like that. Drag that ATR up. Good, good, good. Pretty big bar off the rip here. We're actually heading to 26,000. Holy shit. What a push. Man, 5 points out. Can we do it to him? 2.5 minutes left still on bar 2. See if we take out 26K. This is quite the open here. Yeah, Bulls stepping in. Oh, they might. The Bears can take one more run at it. You know they want to see at least a pop through 26. See if they can. All right, 1 minute out from the close here of bar 2. Man, hell of an open here so far. Bears can't take out 26K, at least not yet. 10 seconds. Here comes the open of bar 3. Let's see if 3 rolls over and takes out 26. Here comes the test. There it is! Bears taking it just slightly through 26. Now, the close of bar 3 is kind of the moment of truth here. Did the Bears mean it? Did they really mean it, or did they just want a taste? See how much wick we close with here. Three minutes out. Okay, range on bar 3 here is sitting about 65 points. 2 minutes out from the close. I will see if it can close nice and clean without growing too much more. See that bull's trying to take it back above 26. See if the Bears can show the Bulls that they really meant it. Starting to grow. 30 seconds. Hang on. See those closes up here. I'm not against putting on some wrist this morning. Boom! Bring that guy up, bring him way down, way down. Gotta work quick. There we go. All right, baby. Got a fill. Now we see if the Bears really meant it. Taking out 26. What a placement, huh? What'd you think about that? There you go, Bears. Keep that baby pushing. Now look, I've got some risk on here, so I'm looking for close to 1R. I'm not really looking to get 1 ATR out of this trade. Bulls, that's enough of that, big dogs. Come on back in here, Bears. ATR sitting at 43, by the way. We're only on bar 4 of the day, so that ATR is going to be a little artificially low. There's the retest of 26, baby. Come on, you Bears. What'd they have us? 36 points, not nearly enough in the money. At best here so far. All right, there's the open of bar 5. Come on, 5. Fade that baby. I want to see bull tears. Well, back to break even. You're on the trade. All right, Bears. I want to see a new low. And whole bunch of blood. Not too bad. All right, let's see what the Bears are made of here. Whole bunch more work to do out of these Bears, man. See if we take out 25-9. All right, here's the open of Big Bar 6. Back to red on the trade. All right, ATR sitting at 46. Go, you Bears. Do it to them. Minute 38 out here from the close of bar 6. I'm looking to get a full R at least out of this trade here. We got work to do. "15 seconds out till the close. They have to multitask. There is the close. I want to stay ready. Boom! Full ATR. Let that copy trader flatten here. 1 second. There it is. What, damn near 12,000 bucks? That's a fucking way to start the day, huh? Let's keep it moving, man. All right. All right. All right, now ATR is up to 56. By the way, that trade, I shorted the close of bar 3 into the open of bar 4 using a stop limit sell. You can take a look back on the stream to see the entry if you'd like. 3 minutes out here until the close of bar 7. See what we get. All right, 2.5 minutes out. Man, if you haven't yet, hit like, man, on the stream, or dislike, big dog. Decent little start to the day. All right. I appreciate you doing so. Okay, so bar 7 here. I mean, let's see how we close up. 2 minutes out. Okay, bar 7. That HR, it's still going to be a little artificially low, but less so. That goes into account because, you know, I'm averaging back 10 bars. So now 7 of the bars are included in that ATR 57. So let's see what the range on this bar is, not to mention the close. If it's wiki, I don't want any part with it. Or in it, I guess. Also, I want to see if this bar turns out to be outsized. 90 seconds. Holy shit. Oh, man. 60 seconds out. That's a big ass bar. And it's still growing. "25 seconds here. Let's take a peek. Oh, that's a big... Alright, there's nothing I can do on 7. That's fine. That bar was getting pretty big. I mean, we were 2 points away from being outsized. 116 points on that bar. ATR actually just fell a little bit on this rollover, which makes 7 outsized anyway and a huge wick back. So absolutely nothing to do on 7. Bull's going to try to step in here. Man, they're stepping in front of a train. This is crazy. Let me tell you from experience, do not blindly buy moves like this. Do not blindly buy big moves like this until the bulls give you a reasonable, logical, actual setup. It can always go further, harder, longer than you think. I've been run over one too many times in my life. Don't do it. It's not worth it. Trading's difficult enough as it is, man. Make your life a little more simple. All right, 3 minutes. Reminder here today, man, Apex is 90% off. That's the best it gets, big dog. Code BIG, B-I-G. If you're ever gonna stock up, man, you're out of excuses. It's time. It is time. All right, bar 8 here, 225 out. Big old wick back on 7. I think the bulls are gonna try to get cute. Keyword being try. See what they got. Okay. ATR sitting at 57. 30 seconds here till the close of bar 8, open of bar 9. And looks like a big old nothing on bar 8, huh? All right, back in 2 minutes. One trade. Decent little chunk. Don't you go anywhere. What's up? Welcome back. All right, we're 2:15 out here from the close of bar 10. Big bar 9. Yeah, I mean, it was close to being outsized, not quite. No fill, no trade anyway. Here on the open of bar 10, never went beneath the wick low of bar 9. So, let's keep an eye on 10 here. You know the Bulls are trying to recover. And the Bulls' world is falling apart as we speak. This is crazy. What an open. See if the Bulls can put in green bar number 2 of the day here. Market could see the 640s today? Yeah, the 24 640s, right? Oh, man. Let's see what we get out here for a close out of bar 10. $15 seconds out here. Now, since I last checked in with everybody, it's probably been a few weeks. Has anybody gotten funded for the first time? Has anyone taken their first payout? Has anyone added a chunk of payouts? Any meaningful milestones? I guess every milestone is meaningful. Here in the last couple weeks, man, we want to hear about it. Everyone's always spewing some negative shit on the internet, man. I want to hear the good stuff. I want to hear about you winning. All right, bar 11 here. We're 350 out. Now, after a move like this, you know, for me, you know, it's tough because it's like I hate to draw it like that. That's disgusting. I don't want to draw it like that. I wouldn't short the close of 10. I'm sorry, 11. What I mean to tell you is I'd prefer to see 3 consecutive bull bodies, but that might put us right into the 20 EMA. You know, 2 consecutive, if it end up closing above the wick high of 9, it's like, yeah. I don't know. I mean, 10 wasn't all that clean. I'd put it on if only if it was with small size. Just because I know that it's not like the edge is the same on that trade as it was selling the close of 3. Which was the first trade of the day. Well, it sounds like we've got a bit of progress being made. Good work. 2 minutes out till the close of bar 11 here. Again, let's see if we can get a close above the wick high of, I think 9, right? Yeah, 9. Tom finally submitted my first payout request on 5 Apex accounts. Hope they get approved. Well, did you follow the rules? You followed the rules, man. I don't think you should have any issues. And you know what? Even if they do get denied, there will be a reason, and you'll be able to clean it up on the next attempt. It's not like they take your accounts away. Unless, of course, you're doing something crazy. Like intentionally trying to skirt the rules. All right, minute 5 out. Bulls having a little trouble here. All right, everyone's losing their mind over gold, so let's see what's up on gold. Holy shit. Oh my goodness. What does that mean for silver? Oh my goodness. Oh my god, look at the ATR on these names. Listen, if you're gonna trade now, don't you tune me out right now, man. Don't you dare put the stream on mute. If you're going to trade the metals, gold and silver here today, you need to size down. These ATRs are massive. An ATR of 9 on GC is like pretty good. Okay? On silver, an ATR in the 0.6s is high. This is ridiculous. Size down if you're going to trade the metals. You understand? All right, ATR here on NQ. Pretty damn good as well. Not quite as insane, but pretty damn good. 61 on the ATR here on a 5-minute NQ chart. Nico, when you trade evals, do you strictly trade RAM, but with bigger size? For example, aiming to pass in 2 or 3 trades? I've probably gone over this 5 or 10 times in depth in the tomb, but I'll briefly explain here. Again, my intention is not to intentionally hold back, at all. It's just that, you know, it's kind of boring for everybody. But what I do for evals is I trade, everything remains driven by RAM, but in my fundeds, you guys know I'll trade relatively small per account, and I'll trade B- and up setups. In evals, I'll trade a bit bigger per account, and then I'll trade like D and up setups, which are still reasonable, you know. It's not, I don't know. I think the way that I grade things is probably a little more harsh than a lot of traders, so it's still reasonable, but like it's not like I'd take these in a funded. This is the important part to understand, because I'm not saying this is the way to do it, okay? My only concern with evals is keeping the pass rate reasonable. The expenses, once your ROI in your prop trading business, right, is a reasonable X amount, the number one concern for your evals is just pass them like at an okay rate so your expenses don't go ridiculously insane. But like, I'm not too worried about the expense side of things. I'm worried about the time. I don't want to spend a lot of time in the evals because that's energy and mental capital I could spend at making my ROI continue and just get better in the fundeds. Okay, so I'm typically, if I have to pass evals or whatever, I'll try to pass, maybe 1, 2, 3 in an afternoon because I like all my fundeds to have different start times, at least as much as possible. Javaz, 27 funded 50Ks. Good work. Okay, what is... Are you guys going to have aneurysms over gold? Holy fuck. What is happening? Everyone keep your blood pressure down, man. This is a health risk right now. This is fucking crazy. Gold's not even, the data's not even loading. What the hell's going on? Is gold even still trading? What? It's still trading. At least on Thinkorswim. This is crazy. Man, if you're trading the metals, be damn careful. Be careful. Oh, wait a second. Let me... Yeah, I think we're having, I think Rhythmic is having data issues with gold. This is NQ that we're looking at right now. Oh my God. I want you guys to all look at this on silver right now and internalize the insanity of that ATR. That's insane on gold. I'm sorry, on silver. Wow. Still no data on gold. There it is. Maybe. Is it going to move? Yep, there it is. All right, listen, if you're trading, if your accounts are Rhythmic accounts, no matter what gold contract you're trading, I'd hold off. I'd hold off because I'm having issues no matter what I try here on gold. Silver seems to be okay, the March contract here on silver. Not that I mean, look, again, if you're going to trade silver, man, you better size way down. Way down. That's insane. right, 2 minutes out here from the close. Big bar 13 here on NQ. We're back to an NQ 5-minute chart. No, I tried all the contracts on gold. Yeah, could you imagine if you were shorting silver coming into the open here, and you just walk in in like a personal account, and you just walk in and you're yawning, you're like, oh man, another boring day, and you press the space bar to wake up your computer. That's crazy. Up fucking 2.5 on the morning. That's crazy. Million, that is. All right, 60 seconds out. Let's see how 13 closes up here. All right, 30 seconds out, pop on over to the execution screen. This is, again, I repeat, the NQ 5-minute chart. I will go ahead and get my copier engaged. I'm a little concerned about this turning into a sideways trading range, but that concern will be put to rest immediately if I get a nice clean close here out of bar 13. I don't want to see much wick. 10 seconds, I don't want to see much wick. Okay, we'll give that 15 seconds, see if he can give me a fill. And it'll take it. Get that up out of the way. Get that guy down, man. It's tight today. There. Right, down. All right. And I'll see if NQ can take this guy lower. Don't you do it, Bulls. I don't want to see a sideways range. I'm looking for a full ATR, at least here out of this trade. So, see if the Bears mean business here. 46 seconds out here to the close. Bears have a lot more work to do here for me. If they can get it done, I may have to move my stop here at the close of this bar. We'll see how it closes up. Bar 14. Not too much wick now. Alright, here comes the rollover. And I will have to move my stop. Beauty, ATR 62. Go Bears. Come on, you Bears. Again, I'm going for a full ATR. ATR currently sitting 63 points. Finger on the hotkey, Alt F. I'm going to buy it back at 63. Leaving my take profit limit way out, just to stay exposed to news here and a bigger move. Full ATR, a little better actually, out there. And we're up about 20,000 on the day, 2 trades in. Good, let's keep moving. If you haven't yet, man, hit like on the stream, appreciate it. Help show it to more people, and I think there's, I don't know. I think there's a lot of people out there that could, their lives could benefit from being introduced to RAM. Definitely benefited mine. Nico, up 15,790 bucks in my Apex accounts today. Thank you. Man, good work. Okay, hey, we love to see it. We love to see it. Okay, 54 seconds out here. Till the close of bar 15. Now, I'm met with a new problem. We're making too much fucking money is the new problem. I got 30% rule issues here now. Across the board, damn near. Well, hang on, I gotta do math. I can't not put that on if it fills me in 15 seconds. I'll worry about 30% later. Let's just see if it gives me a fill. I'm too good of a setup, man. Alright, no fill, no trade. Okay, back to 30% rule issues. Well, I don't know. I'm going to keep trading here. I already had 30% rule issues another day this week. So I've already got them, right? If we've already got 30% rule, I mean, they're not that big, the problems, I'm saying. Maybe just trade one extra day and then take a big old payout. I don't know. We'll see. Good problems to have, big dog. I hope you guys all have that same problem very soon. All right, 4 minutes out. You guys having rhythmic problems? I didn't have any rhythmic problems. All right, I'm going to top up. I'll be back. 2 minutes. Don't you go anywhere. Wait, 1 sec. There we go. Don't you go anywhere! What's up? Welcome back. John says, got approved yesterday for my payout. 10 Apex accounts, 2K per account. Life-changing. Up $600 today on those accounts as well. Big dog, 20K payout. Good work. Good work. And yet you'll hear people, you know, some people, they just have that loser mentality, man. It's a damn shame. They'll say, prop trading's a scam, dude. It's like, all right, you believe that. Doesn't impact my life. All right. Minute 15 out here from the close. Big bar 17. All right. 25 seconds out. See what we got in store here. Keep that bar can close reasonable, not grow too much more. That guy ready, get him out of the way. Place. Beauty. Move that. Quick. Beautiful. All right, see if the Bears can take it down through on bar 18. Bulls trying to step in here. ATR 61. Beautiful ATR. All right, see if the Bulls can do it to me. Let's take out that wick high of 17. All right, that'll stop me out there. First loser of the day. Okay, trade number 3. Let's keep pushing. 320 out here to the close of bar 18. All right, is gold still going crazy? My God, you got to be careful on these metals here. Look at this. Silver's still going nuts. 2 minutes to the close of 18. Man, ATR on NQ is 65. What a healthy ATR. It's good to have volatility back. It's really, really, really nice. All right. 17 seconds out here to the close of bar 18. Okay, so gold, the ATR on gold. Oh my goodness. Wait a second. There's some weird stuff going on with the data on gold, man. I don't know. Yeah, silver too. Which contract are you trading? This is the 5-minute NQ chart. I'm trading the NASDAQ futures, the March contract. Okay, I don't know what in the world is going on. I think there might be some bugginess in Rhythmic here today. R19 would was displaying as simultaneously red and green. So, all right, I'll tell you what, guys. I'm gonna get everything restarted, wait a little bit, see if Rhythmic can smooth out as far as the data. 3 trades so far today, 2 winners, 1 loser. I'm up 5 figures, baby. We'll see what midday in the afternoon brings. All right, guys. Hey, like the stream on the way out. I will be live again tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Central, 6 a.m. on the West Coast. Sucks to be you. You'll be up bright and early, baby. All right, guys. See you tomorrow. Have a good day. Stay patient, man. Hey, volatility, by the way, if you're trading the metals, calm it down, size it down. It's volatile. Watch out for data glitches here today. You don't want that taking you out. All right, guys. See you soon.